introduction to Word. We'll look at some of the next chapter stuff. So I'll continue working on this tips document that was a sample document from the student data files. So the first thing they look at here is how to center. It's pretty easy. Like, what if I didn't even have this a numbered thing? Well, I guess maybe you can't help that. But anyways, you can take this and go to the home and see how there's a center, right align, left align, and full here in a full justification. Let me do the whole paragraph here. So I could center the paragraph and see how that looks, or I could right align the paragraph. I could left, or what I like to ask on the test a lot is full justification, where Microsoft Word puts in little half spaces and stuff so we get this perfectly straight line right here. Okay, sometimes you might be asked to do word art. Let me put this back to left justify here. Just the tabs a little bit. Anyways, I'm gonna give myself some room here, and up here go into insert word art. So sometimes the word art looks bigger than this. I have my Microsoft Word, the actual thing, shrunk down a little bit so it fits on the Camtasia video site, but anyways, this is where you could have some this is tips for something. I don't know what it is. I didn't even read the document. It's kind of funny, but it's tips for something. Okay, so that's one way you could do it. And then, once you do word art and you're in a text box, there's all these different formatting options. You can see kind of in the background what they're doing, right? So I like it just the way it is, without a fill, like that. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Let's insert an online picture. So I'll do it to be friendly right here. So go to the internet, go to Images, Google. Okay, hold on one sec. Okay, I got this up now. I'll steal this picture here, right click, copy, shrink this down, and I'm going to just simply hit Control V right here. Now, this little box shows up, or you can go into format and do the same thing here, but this little box, how would you like the text to be wrapped around this image? And this is inline, and I normally never like that. I either want it square or tight. Let's do square. Okay, and I'll shrink the image down and see what the square and tight are almost the same thing. They just tight gets even a little less. You can see a little less room. Tight actually applies if your image is not a rectangle. Sometimes you get an image that is like an oval shaped or circle shaped, and then the tight wraps tightly around that oval shape. But that's how you can stick in images. It's pretty easy. Let's put a text box on it here. So insert text box. It just throws one up and throws some text in there. So okay, and then again, you're in a text box. You're going to have some formatting. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to make it this thing here, and I'm going to change the font to be a little bit bigger. Okay, and I don't know, things of that nature. You could have a couple check marks, and you could make bullets. You could do define new, or you could do check mark bullets. You can define new bullets like I had there. Use pictures, symbols. There's all kinds of crazy things you can do with these. I'm going to leave the check mark because I kind of like the check mark. Okay. I'm going to shrink this down a little bit here. I'm going to take this back down because I want some room here to do something. Okay, I'm looking at an exercise here and it wants to go over something with tab stop. So I'm just going to make up some data here. Okay, I don't know why it's giving me grievance on hitting the return here. There it goes. So what am I doing here? I am typing in some numbers, just picking whatever, random numbers, looking at this example here. Right now I'm going to hit the tab button. And then typing some text. Now, what I want to do now is, on the example I'm looking at, they want a right tab of 4 inches. I'm sorry, they want a left tab at 1 inch and left tab at 3 inches and type percent. Okay. So anyways, to adjust the tabs, I'm going to use the ruler here and this idea of adjusting what tab I'm putting. I don't know why the double arrows are showing up there. So right now, I'm just going to, right now it's set at left tab. So say I want a left tab at 1 inch. And of course it's not doing it. There it goes. I had to hit a hair below it. And say I want a right tab at 4 inches. Okay, so what I can do now on this line, oh, it didn't keep it. By the way, the tabs are per line. Notice I had my cursor up here, so that's a big mistake. I needed to have my cursor or select these items here and then put my tab. Now notice how I click there and that's a right tab. So I'm going to adjust my right tab out to 4 inches. Cycle this around to the left tab again and put a new one at 1 inch. So now I need, if I tab, I have to go over this slowly again. So if you can see, my numbers are right at the 1 inch mark and my items are at the right tab. So let me do another demo on tabs. So a left tab is exactly what it says. It looks like the little L here is left aligned. And then this is what we call a center tab and then a right tab. I only ever use those 3, so I'm not going to go over what the other ones are. So left tab is just what it says, it's a left. And then a center tab, and then there's no tab here, so I'm going to put a left one right there and then hit. Then you got to actually press the tab button and it takes you out to that thing right there. Okay, I'm going to go here. I'm going to hit tab again and type in center. Now, I don't know where this left tab came from, but I'm going to click it and drag it down to delete it, and it goes out to my right tab. I'm going to delete that right tab, and now there's no tab here. Or there's a tab there, just it goes to the default. So I'm going to flip this until I get to center, and I'm going to put my center on 2. And notice that it goes out there because I had put a tab in there. Let me take that tab out real quick. Okay, so I hit a tab button. Because I have a center tab, I'm going to hit my tab button on my keyboard, and it goes, and notice what it does. The center tab centers around the word. Now I'm going to do a right tab. So I'm going to make my tab first this time. I'm going to make my tab at 5 inches, and I'm going to hit the tab button. It takes me out to 5, but it's a right tab. So notice how the text pushed out left against it. See, it's right on it. And if you ever want to more formally look at these things, you double click, and then here's all the tab features. Okay. So what else we have here? guess that's, hold on one. I'm going to stop right there for now because it's getting up to 10 minutes and I know no one looks at videos more than 10 minutes, so I'll end right here.